You ready to get on this gravy train, sir?
Gravy train? I wish.
Yeah.
The gravy train is running out of your house. We're hemorrhaging money on this project, my friend. Yeah.
Gravy. I don't know the lyrics to Crazy Train.
Gravy. Yeah, but that's how it goes.
There you go.
Two dumb assholes with the Buckethead show.
Whoa. You gotta leave that in. Cold open. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Spenser.
And I'm Britain.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 299 albums in his Pikes series, and we're going to listen to them.
1, 2, 3 at a time, baby.
This is Getting Head.
Welcome, bots, slogs, friends, bucketheads, the cast of Meet the Deedles.
Yes.
One of the hosts from Robot Wars.
Yes. The voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes. The one of the assistant animators on Cat Dog also.
Matthew Lesko.
Yes,
question mark Q himself, Matthew Lesko.
The real Riddler. The real man behind the riddle box.
That's like, I think one of my favorite memes about current events is just like a picture of Matthew Lesko and it says like, this is Q. That's just the best.
Also, the one Cenobite from Hellraiser who looks like a big tub of Jello. Him too. He's listening also. Welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome.
He's also Q.
Yes. He's also where we go we go into a realm of experience.
Hell yeah.
This is episode 68 of Getting Head, a Bucketcast.
Oh my god, we're so close.
I am so close. I'm so close, baby.
We're so close.
This is the closest I've ever gotten 69ing.
Yeah, as a virgin, this is what I would imagine it would feel like to 69.
I feel like virgins think 69ing's cool, and then you do it, and you're like, well. I mean, 69ing is cool with the right person. It's difficult to find a person where 69ing's great. Like,
sure.
There are very few people where I'm like super comfortable, like, you know, sucking on their clit while my entire nose is in their vagina. Mm-hmm. Entire nose.
Yeah,
I've got a big schnoz. So
yeah,
it's like
right up in there.
I'm sure it feels great for them. It was probably like right on the G spot, doing that G thing.
Ain't nothing
with
but
my
a G
schnoz.
thing.
Yeah. Schnozzed for her pleasure, baby.
Wow.
But it's difficult to like get a breath in because you're already, doing shit with your tongue. You can't really breathe in with your mouth, and so you're relying on. And I'm no fucking Olympic diver. I can't hold my breath for 5 minutes or whatever. I gotta go for air. I'm a fucking fat whale, you know.
What?
I imagine fat whales have to go for air more often than.
Okay. All right, maybe.
I'm not fat or a whale, but you know what I mean. No,
maybe like the blubber would help them ascend the water quicker?
I don't know.
Or retain...
I'm going to edit that out. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, whale talk.
Yeah, whale...
Welcome to Whale Talk.
Yeah,
that's our podcast. Yeah, we're here. We made it 68 episodes into this podcast, and that's amazing. I don't have anything in particular for 68 other than that if you add 6 plus 8... That's 14. That's all I got.
Thank you.
That's how old I am mentally.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, totally. What's up with you, Britt? What you been doing?
You know, mostly hanging out indoors with a broken foot.
Yeah. You've had a lot of time. What have you been using that time for?
Did podcast stuff. Got that way done ahead of time.
Nice.
Getting a lot of movies, watching some movies, selling some stuff online, jerking off a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Jerking the gherkin. Jerking
the
gherkin. And it is actually a gherkin because every night I encase it in
brine.
In a brine.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Just checking.
Mostly just white vinegar. I was gonna say white vinegar, but there is some sugar and some
you gotta
spices.
pickle it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I pickle my dickle.
Yeah.
Good times.
That's
good
fun.
times. What's going on with you, Spenser?
Wow. Okay. Well, nothing. Just another week in hell.
Yeah.
It's just kind of regular stuff. So, no, honestly, like, this last week has been a lot with, like, work and whatnot. Have you ever watched someone that is, like, much less competent than you get promoted to a supervisory role of you and then watch them fail at it and then be like, wow, this sucks?
Oddly enough, I've actually watched that happen in the mirror before.
For sure. Yeah. It's just like,
that's
man.
a joke. I am such a competent leader.
You can't even make the joke.
I have to rescind that because I'm like, I am such a great boss.
Wow.
I would suck my own dick.
Humble person.
I didn't even fuck any of my employees when I was a boss.
Well, good for
I
you.
waited until I was no longer their employee or their employer, and then fucked them. Because that's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know who didn't do that? Bill Gates.
Okay.
Bill Gates in Melinda Gates, it met her when she was working way under him, and then, you got to work way under him, if you know what I mean.
Licking that ass.
Yeah, dude. He fucking... Yeah. You think Bill Gates, like, fucks? You think he can, like, lay pipe at all?
No.
What billionaire do you think has the best and then the weakest dick game?
I don't know.
I feel like Richard Branson.
Yeah, I was going to say like
good,
Richard Branson. That was the only one that came to mind.
He's the only one who I think might be able to fuck.
Maybe.
But then, because he looks like Don Johnson,
And you got to assume that, yeah. You listen to that song. You listen to his album, Don Johnson's legendary album.
Interesting
so good.
thing. Don Johnson, I don't know if you knew this, he reprised his role in Nash Bridges, and they made a Nash Bridges film last year.
Wow. Oh. I did not know that.
Him and Cheech Marine, yeah.
Whoa. I didn't know Cheech Marine was still alive.
Yeah.
Is Tommy Chong still alive?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of like drama unfold at work. Nothing terribly exciting there though.
Well, is it like TNT?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Drama welcome.
Yeah, I thought that's not a thing.
It's a drama something.
It's not. You're thinking of Characters Welcome from USA.
I am. I think so. TNT.
I don't know what TNT's is. Isn't it like?
It's drama something. I think.
Well, it's explosive, right?
Maybe it's the People Network as of 2014. No. Oh yeah, TNT Drama. That's just its on-air branding. It goes by TNT Drama for its original series now, I guess.
Okay.
And their new slogan is boom.
Really?
Yep.
That's fun. I there's a lot of good TV TV channel slogans. We use one all the time.
Yes.
TBS.
Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
When we want to say something's very funny, but mostly in a sarcastic way.
Yeah.
We call it TBS.
Like the Scooby-Doo film that we watched earlier for a bonus episode. I would say that film was pretty TBS.
That was very TBS.
Extremely TBS.
Incredibly TBS.
So, like I said last week, I've been watching a lot of speedruns, and speedruns are fun. And I watched a couple of these like SpongeBob Squarepants speedruns. You saw me watching one earlier. Yeah, you walked in on that, and I was like, "Oh!" I tried to like turn it off really quick because I was like, "Oh, you can't see this."
Like fumbling with the controller, while trying to stuff your dick back in your pants.
Yeah. I'm like failing miserably, and I'm like, "How did you get inside?"
Totally natural, Spenser.
But yeah, I watched a couple of these, and it reminded me of this game. SpongeBob Squarepants: The Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is a game that was released on the like PS2, Xbox, and GameCube back in the day. I played it on PS2. I remember renting that game and basically playing through it in a weekend, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Thought it was pretty good back in the day, but forgot about it entirely. Watched some speedrunners playing it, and was like, "This game is cool." And turns out there's a remaster of that game on the PlayStation. Downloaded it. Been playing that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm at that age now where I'm really appreciating nostalgia for the early 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something about it that like appeals to me even more just as time goes on.
That age, you've been at this age for at least 3 years, Spenser.
At least, I would say 5 years.
Yeah,
I think it started when I was 28.
You literally run a meme account that's like pretty much a nostalgia machine.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah, totally. So, I mean, but like, it's like, I don't know. So I'm still like really channeling that nostalgia energy. And
You were in a band called Nostalgist.
That's actually true. That is true. Oh wow. That's funny.
You played bass, so you weren't like a real member, but you were in the band.
That's true, and that's true. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that was a good time. I actually like I so wow, I can't talk. So this nostalgia wave, right, that I'm riding, has also triggered me to like purchase some VHS tapes as well, and you can actually see them here in my room.
I can see
right here.
It is Disney's Meet the Deedles, and then Masterminds.
Yeah, so two
96.
So Masterminds is from 97, and Meet the Deedles is from 98. These are two films that I owned these same VHS copies when I was a kid. And I've since found these ones, which are both in good shape. The Meet the Deedles one has some like rental branding on it, but the Masterminds one is in like pretty much perfect shape, which is great. Love to see that. But it's exciting revisiting some films. I've managed to rope you into ripping these films for me.
You don't even own a VCR, dude.
No, and I don't plan on it. I was just gonna like potentially.
You're literally
just trying to convince you to rip them for
my
me.
labor.
Yes,
okay,
yes, exactly.
Great. Thanks, dude.
I'll compensate you. You. That's fair.
I mean, are you keeping the tapes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I'll take the tapes as payment if you don't want them. But if
I want the tapes. I want the tapes. But yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
It'll be good. But yeah, it's been fun to revisit some of that stuff. What have you revisited recently?
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
and the music of Kiss.
Yeah, we did both revisit that. What else?
Gosh, I can't really think of anything I've actually revisited lately. Like,
well, we've been playing Diablo 2. That's been something.
That's actually a good point.
And like, technically we're playing the remaster, right? But we are revisiting it because it is just that game.
It's the exact same game.
It is just
like
that game,
upscaled with like maybe new items.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And
there's new. I think the animations are kind of redone a little bit.
It's upscaled. Definitely,
they look
like,
really
it has
good.
Different textures and sprites, but like in general, it's the same game.
Same ass game for sure.
Which is cool because I mean I fucking love that game. I'm gonna say probably between 400 to 600 hours in it.
And that was like prime masturbatory years too. So you were like, right? So let me imagine what your life was like then. Was this like pre-base or is this base time as well?
Nothing's pre-base. I mean, I started playing base at 12, so.
Okay, so yeah, this is so your time was split then between playing base, masturbating, and Diablo 2.
Oh, don't forget DTRM and watching Manowar DVDs.
Oh, that rules.
That was my life when I was 15 years old. 14 or 15.
You know what's fun?
What's that?
Manowar DVDs are basically the WWE of metal.
I never even thought about that, but yeah, they are very.
It's very so much the same kind of thing.
Oh, and yeah, Joey DeMaio definitely rips promos.
Oh yeah,
every concert he's like, "Give me the mic, give me the mic." Listen, all you motherfuckers, all you metal motherfuckers, we're all here today for one reason: the metal in our hearts, and shit like that. And it's totally. I mean, dude rips a crazy good promo, but that's because like he lives his fucking. I mean, he's playing his gimmick. He's playing a character.
Yeah.
Joey DeMaio, the character, is inseparable from Joey DeMaio, the person.
That's true.
At this point, I believe.
That's true.
Which is cool.
But yeah, that's quite a life. It's been interesting playing Diablo 2 because I've been playing with you and your brother, and that's been really fun. It's cool, like the way the online stuff works and whatnot. But also what's interesting is that I never played Diablo 2, and I played a lot of video games as, covered here, but I never really played Diablo 2. I played a shitload of Diablo 3. But yeah, I never played Diablo 2, so like, playing that for the first time has been quite interesting.
Yeah.
It's a neat game.
Yeah, there's definitely elements of it I like more than Diablo 3, but I'd say Diablo 3 definitely got more right and less wrong. Whereas
It's a different experience,
it
you
is,
know.
but also like they like rebuilt Diablo 2 on the Diablo 3 engine, so they did clean up a lot of the mistakes in the second one. At the same time, you know, it's a little more laborious than 3. It's a little less user friendly, I feel, but it's still a great game.
Yeah,
Really good game.
Yeah, it's definitely like it. I feel like it shows its age more than I kind of expected. Like there are some things about like the menus and like your inventory and like stuff like that.
The
like
loading time is still kind of crazy for a game that looks like it does.
Oh, it loads super fast on.
Okay, well, I'm playing on PS4.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. On PS5, it's fine. I didn't notice anything weird. Yeah, it's not like crazy fast, but it's not. Doesn't take a long time.
Yeah, I'm surprised because like I played it on computer kind of recently, and like the loading screens are almost instantaneous. Whereas on a PS4, if I take like a Scroll of Town portal back, it's like a good like 10 seconds of loading.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, like the menus I feel like are really, really, really dated.
Super dated.
Like to a point
Gates
where
of
like
Baldur type shit.
I'm like, why don't they just redo the menus? Like, because you could really like, you could like the way that it. So for example, the thing I'm thinking about a lot is like the like when you level up and you gotta like do your skills and whatnot. It's split into like 20 different pages.
Yes.
When it could all just be on one page.
It could.
Like it literally just be, or like maybe like 3 different pages, you know. But it's like it's all like broken up in all these different pages, and it's annoying. And I'm like, why?
It'd be better if they had like a level up screen instead of making it part of the sub menus, where you had to skip to the different sub menus.
Totally, and that's one thing I like about Diablo 3. That they got that stuff like totally right. It's just like you press the pause button if you need to level up. That's what pops up, and you just do it really quick, and then you're good. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Diablo 3 as part of buying Diablo 2 Remastered on PS5, and so I installed that and I've been playing that, and it's so good. Yeah, it's so fun.
How is it on PS5? Good.
Well, I mean, it's just the PS4 version, right? Okay. So, but yeah, did you get that as a part of Diablo 2 Remastered?
No, because I already had Diablo. I have Diablo 3 on disc.
Oh, dude,
the Ultimate
we should play. Yeah, it's tight. That game's super fun. Because I never played it with the Necromancer class because that was a DLC that they added later, and it's tight.
Necromancer is like my favorite class to play as.
It's very different on Diablo 3. It's super different.
It is actually, yeah.
But anyways, video game nerd talk.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty tight.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else. But you might have something for me.
I think I might. What's that?
Is it a bucket fact? Is it for me?
I have a bucket fact for everybody.
Bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact, bucket fact.
Today, we're going to talk about one of the most divisive projects among bucket bots. Science Faxtion.
What?
Science Faxtion.
Okay.
Science Faxtion.
Okay.
Science Faxtion is a supergroup put together by Bootsy Collins sometime in 2006 or 2007.
Okay.
The other members of the band are Buckethead, Brian Mantilla, also known as Brain, Toby Donahue, also known as DJ Bodius, and producer / guitarist Greg Hampton, who also produced some stuff for like Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
They only released one album and one recording altogether called Living on Another Frequency, also known as Loaf.
Nice.
Released on November 11th, 2008.
Okay.
The album also has features of Bernie Worrell, Dan Monty, and Public Enemy's Chuck D, among others.
Interesting. I want to listen to this album.
So in an interview for UGO.com, a vocalist, guitarist, and producer for the band, Greg Hampton, explained the origin of the band, saying, "I've known a lot of people that have been associated with the Funkadelic camp over the years, and I've always been a big fan of Bootsy's solo work. I approached him to do a solo record that I wanted to do, collaborate with him on, and subsequently, we started with a funk concept originally, and it morphed into a futuristic vision that Bootsy had. There's a lot of books that are on this thing. What the world will be like in 2099, for example. where it's half cyborg / computer / machine / musician. He had a vision of a modern rock band, and one thing led to another. As far as me being recruited as the singer, he had heard some things I was writing for soundtrack submissions that were real heavy. So subsequently he said, let's make it a band.
Tight.
He brought in Buckethead, Brain, and some other cats. And I brought in some on my side. It turned into a great body of work. We had written probably 50 songs, recorded 23, and finished probably 17. The final album has 13 tracks, and when it comes to bucket bots, they are very, very divided.
Why divided?
Well, firstly, it was very highly anticipated, with it being announced in September 2007 and supposed to release later that month. But it got pushed back 3 times until it was eventually released over a year later in November.
Weird. Why was it pushed back?
I don't know. They didn't really say anything about that. Upon its release, bots instantly noticed that instead of being something like Bucket and Bootsy's previous collaborations, which were mostly funk with hip-hop and a metal influence, mostly instrumental, the album is something more of a radio rock forward vocal rock album, being heavily compared to a mix of Audioslave with some of the funk and hip-hop elements of Praxis.
What?
I know.
Did you listen to this?
I did.
What? I need to listen to it.
Yeah, the Chuck D song's really good, and the opening track's pretty good. There's like 3 or 4 good tracks, but like all of the ones that sound like radio rock are just like, what are they doing?
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's very much an experimental radio rock album, and it's really just not for everybody.
Huh.
But it's still in the Buckethead canon. Still got Bootsy in there. He does, he plays a lot of pocket stuff. Doesn't go slap crazy. Doesn't play a lot of cool stuff. It's like, I don't know. I think it's very divisive for a very good reason. And
what a weird thing. Dang, I feel out of the loop. I got to check that out.
I don't know if I'd recommend it, but if you're into
It's
Buckethead,
interesting.
I would recommend listening to it just to see if it's something you might enjoy, because, it's at least very well done and well produced. It's just definitely not for me.
Tight.
Bucket facts.
We'll listen to 3 more Pikes. Yes,
3 more Pikes.
3 more Pikes.
3 more Pikes.
202, 203, 204.
Pikes.
3 more
Pikes.
Pike 202, 203, and 204. 5 Days Till Halloween.
Font.
Scrapbook Front.
Sorry.
Pike 203, 4 Days Till Halloween, Silent Photo, and Pike 204, 3 Days Till Halloween, Crow Hedge.
Do you think he uses like a random generator thing?
I've wondered that sometimes. I think he's more intentional about it.
Some of them, I don't know. Some of them, I don't know. I feel like some of these, he's just refreshing a CAPTCHA.
Speaking of calling it in, Pike 202, 5 Days Till Halloween, Scrapbook Front.
Yes.
Released on October 27th, 2015, just 1 day after the previous Pike, 6 Days Till Halloween, Underlayer.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one's one of those.
It's one of those. It's it starts out with a combination of farty synth noises.
Yeah.
And what sounds like to be field recordings of doing laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, I played this noise show at this place. What the fuck was it called? It's this place in Seattle. It was like it's like Radio Free something or something. It's like a pirate radio station or something. They had shows there. Anyways, played this show with that band we mentioned earlier, Nostalgist. And it was a noise show.
Yep.
Primarily, the other artists were all noise. And I was like walking around outside because I got really bored watching the noise. No offense. But the first artist that played, I was like, part, though. Noise I was boring. Like, I don't want to sit here and listen to this anymore.
I bet you don't.
So I was like walking around outside, and I was like, I was calling a friend of mine and I was talking to them on the phone, and I like looked up, and there was one of the apartment buildings right around there. This is in like the Capitol Hill area of Seattle. One of the apartment buildings down there in the top floor, it had like each of the apartments had like these blinds on the windows, right? They had these like floor to ceiling windows, and they had blinds on them. Yeah. So it was like kind of a fancy building, and the blinds were angled at just the right angle that where I was on the street, I could see everything that was happening in that apartment.
Okay.
And there was a couple just having sex.
Hell yeah.
And like right in front of the window.
Hell yes.
And so I just like stood there and watched. Because I don't know.
Because you're a voyeur. It's cool. We all have our kinks.
Okay, Britt.
It's
okay,
dude.
Okay,
it's
Britt.
Okay, dude.
I was there. You know, I was there, and it was happening, and I feel like I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was just a weird experience, and then they finished, and so then I walked back inside.
Did you finish that?
No.
Okay.
I finished the phone call I was having.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Because I was laughing about these people boning in the window. But yeah, it was quite explicit, and they never noticed that everybody could see them.
That's a great story about noise music, Spenser.
Yeah, I mean, so like that's what you know.
For your contribution, Spenser.
It's more interesting than talking about this album, Britt. This is speaking of phoning it in, like it's just noise, man. It's just noise, and it's ambience. Is this dark ambient?
No, it's not. It's just
okay. We gotta it's not dark ambient.
The album continues, and from the farty synths, we have some real synths that show up and are kind of musical for a minute, but then not really at all.
Yeah. Yep.
After that, we get some more synths and percussion hits with a lot of delay on them, and then I think occasional guitar, but it might just be like guitar samples on the synth. I'm not sure. Between parts 5 and 6, there's some kind of musical, dissonant John Carpenter stuff going on, but it's not great.
This album is the musical equivalent of having like an extremely bad
bowel movement,
gastrointestinal problem like in a public place.
Yeah, definitely.
And so what is this album for you that?
Well, this album is not enough toilet paper.
Oh.
This album is not enough
toilet
paper in a restroom where maybe there
what about like a busy restroom and like there's like a gap in the door of the stall and like so there's like people coming in and out, but like then they can kind of see you and you're like shitting your life away.
If that happens, then I come in and out because I like people watching me shit.
Obviously, why would I expect anything else?
Why else would I take a dump in a public restroom unless I wanted people to watch me and jerk off?
That's true. That's true.
Because then if they're like, hey, you can't do that, I'm like, well, why are you watching me shit? You can't watch me jerk off and take a shit. That's weird, dude. Like, well, you're moaning. And I'll be like, yeah, if I was doing it while I was taking a shit, would you still look in on me? Fucking weirdo. Pervert.
It's not illegal.
What menu item is this from Jack in the Box?
We're gonna have to do a different one. I'm not super familiar with Jack in the Box. What about Burger King? I can do Burger King.
Yeah, that's because you go there for the Impossible Whopper.
No, that's not why I go there.
Possible.
I don't go there.
You don't go there. Then how do you know their menu?
Because I used to go there when I was a kid.
What?
I have not eaten fast food, Britt. I have not eaten fast food since. Or okay, that's not true. I've had fast food, but I've not had
Excellent fact, thank you.
I have not had anywhere I haven't had Burger King in 10 years, probably.
Cool.
I don't know.
Neat.
It's been a long time.
It's good information.
I'm bad at facts today, Britt. I'm fact challenged. You're gonna have to help me.
It's okay.
We're gonna have to make it through. Anyways, no.
I'm gonna fact check you into a wall like a hockey player.
Nice. This is okay. Now I'm gonna do Taco Bell actually because that's the menu I know the best.
That wasn't an option, Spenser. You're just switching up fucking.
What do you expect me to do?
Taco Bell's good.
Okay, Britt, what Jack in the Box menu item is this? Since you clearly know, tell us all.
This is the mini tacos.
Okay, I've heard of these.
The mini taco, I mean, they're fine, but it's like $4 for a little box of them.
How many come in a box?
I don't know, like 10 of them, but it's the equivalent of like maybe
How big are they?
2 or 3 tacos, and 2 tacos costs $1 at Jack in the Box. So for $4, you get the equivalent of maybe $1.50 worth of tacos. So they're not bad. They're just not worth it. And the tacos are fine. There's no reason to get small ones.
I think the novelty. I'm sure people like the novelty. But yeah, that seems like a reasonable complaint.
Yeah, it sucks. Like it's a bad
Sounds
value.
like it sucks.
It's a bad value. And Pike 202, even if it's selling for $2 on the Bandcamp, bad value. Maybe
I
for the 13
say,
cents
yeah.
it says on the cover, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, the album art is kind of neat. Like,
Yes,
but that's
it's fine.
the best part of it. It's not very good, you guys. Like, I struggled through all 3 of the Pikes this week, I'll be honest. And this one... Oh. Hey, but we're almost through Halloween. We're almost
we
there.
We have 1 episode left with Matt Collins next week, episode 69.
69, baby.
You know what? And what nicer thing than to be done with the Halloween Pikes? That is nice.
And especially with our friend Matt. It's going to be a glorious celebration.
Glory hole celebration. Speaking of glory hole celebration, Pike 203, 4 days till Halloween, silent photo, which are the only types of photos you take at the glory hole.
Have you ever seen a glory hole? Like a real one?
October 28th, 2015, one day after Scrapbook Front.
Wow. Just avoiding the question, huh?
Some
cool.
You know, it starts out okay. You know, it has some cool ambient pads reminiscent of like Aphex Twin's earlier ambient stuff.
Selected ambient works.
Yeah.
And love Aphex Twin.
Yep. And then it also sounds like for the entire 30 minutes the album plays, someone is crinkling a bag of chips, but it's the sun chips when they tried to do the bio bag. And it was the loudest thing on earth.
It was extremely loud. I remember that.
There's so much crackling and crunching on this album, and it just sounds like someone's like throwing paper at bigger balls of paper. Or like, it's so weird. I don't know why he chose the field recordings he did to include on this album, but it's like, I mean, it creates an ambiance that's dumb.
Do you think those are the Twin Towers on the cover? You're looking at, like, it kind of looks like the Twin Towers on the cover.
Since on our Twitch stream you have a picture of the Twin Towers.
Literally behind it. It
definitely suggests to the mind that perhaps those are the Twin Towers.
It does look like it, so I'm going to assume.
Do you think this is the next Disintegration tapes?
No, I don't. Okay. I don't think it is at all. Hey, Britt, what health complication among 9/11 survivors is this album?
Oh, this is definitely mesothelioma.
It definitely is. That's what I thought too. I was like, it's mesothelioma.
I mean, so straight up, if
I can't talk. It's
if you have listened to Pike 203, 4 Days Till Halloween, silent photo, give us a call.
You may be entitled to compensation.
For financial compensation, we're reachable at 425-310-2416.
Yeah.
Call that if you have mesothelioma.
Please.
Or if you just want to, like, I don't know, say whatever the fuck you want to us.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't care.
Yeah. I got a question for you about this album.
Tell me.
What activity is someone doing on the bus that they shouldn't be doing on the bus is this album?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's definitely not talking about pancakes, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not that. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, you know what this is? This is drinking an alcoholic beverage on the bus, but not out of like a bottle or a can, like out of like a fountain soda cup that has no lid.
Yeah.
And which is like really not a great thing to be doing on the bus. Like, firstly, like I'm not gonna be like one of those people that's like, don't drink beer on the bus. I think it would be tight if we were allowed to drink beer on the bus, like whatever. Yeah. But like the folks that do be doing that sort of thing sometimes be drinking them out of like a fountain cup, and then when the bus stops suddenly they go stumbling forward and their fountain cup full of malt liquor, it goes all over me.
No. I almost agree with you. However, instead of like that type of cup, I'd say it's one of those shitty like triangle cups you only get at water coolers.
Why would it be?
They're just drinking
they're always
steel reserve out of a little triangle on the bus.
Oh God! At least it wouldn't be that much liquid at that point.
Yeah, true.
The time that happened to me, it was a lot of liquid.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it sucked too
like,
because like then the bus driver was like, "Get off the bus," and then the dude had a freak out and was like, "No!" And then he stopped the bus and locked the doors, and we had to wait for the police to come take the guy off the bus.
I love
it
that.
fucking sucked, dude.
Yeah.
It was just because this guy was drunk and he like fucking got up when the bus was stopping and then like tripped over everyone
Drunk
and
people
spilled
on
his
the bus are the worst.
Dude, it was too much, and especially because he had his open drink that he then spilled all over me and the guy next to me. The guy next to me got way more of it than I did. I only got a little bit of it, but the guy next to me got fucking doused.
So this is the type of bus rider I am. One time I got super drunk and I was taking the bus home, and I had to puke. And so I puked in my mouth and held it for like 3 minutes until we got to the next stop and just got out and puked a bunch. And then walked the rest of the way home. Actually, you know what? That was on the night that I met the cat in the mayor's yard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
I thought you didn't remember being on the bus.
I don't. There's a little bits come back to me. I definitely kind of remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a life. What a life. It's deep lore. See episode whatever for that.
Who cares? Pike 204, 3 Days Till Halloween. Crow Hedge. Released on October 29th, 2015, one day after Silent Photo.
Yeah.
Crow Hedge.
Crow Hedge. That's a cool name for a record, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds like a black metal band.
So this album has guitar again. We're back to playing guitar.
Sorta, yeah.
I mean, like, it's incredibly, like, effects driven and not, like, musical, really.
I hated this album.
It wasn't good. It's a lot of weird synths and mostly pads and then some weird voice synths and some basses and then, like, some dissonant, shitty guitar stuff. And,
yeah, it's like, it's ambience for something that, like, I'm tired of at this point.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is with the Halloween Pikes is that they're so non-musical that they're basically interchangeable to me.
Yeah, there's been like 2 or 3 where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's good. I like that. But I mean,
yeah, like, well, I'm just saying like the majority of them. Yeah, there've been a couple that are good. Yeah, for sure.
That I hate that I can definitely differentiate between others. Like, there's that shitty banjo one, and that's different from all the other ones, but it still sucks like most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's. You know, and I usually don't like criticize things like saying, hey, that sucks. I usually say it's like, you know, it's not for me. It definitely wasn't made for me, but like.
Totally. Yeah, same, right?
But,
like,
you know, you got to look at the intent and like the effort put into it. And a lot of these are very obviously low effort. Or if they're high effort, I have no way to explain how or why Buckethead made them because you listen to his high effort stuff and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like and actually amazing. It's good.
These
yeah,
don't hit that.
I would even say you listen to some of his like medium effort stuff and it like blows this out of the water.
Yeah, no, 100%. Every way.
Every imaginable conceptual way.
Yeah, like the average Pike is better than all but like 2 of these 31 Days Till Halloween albums.
Yes.
Like, these are all basically below average.
Yes.
And that sucks.
It does. I mean, I like the idea of this project, but I do feel like my patience has been tested.
Right.
With this.
We only have 3 more left, though.
That's
3 more after this.
Wow, that's true. So it's 2 days till Halloween, 1 day till Halloween. Halloween?
No, so it's 2 days till Halloween, Happy Halloween, and 365 days till Halloween.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. What terrible open mic night act is this album?
Oh, dude, this is like a couple singing acoustic Christian songs together.
Yeah, but like one of them doesn't actually play acoustic guitar, so they kind of use it like a drum.
Yes. No, that's exactly what it's going to. So it's the girl. She mostly sings, but she has a guitar.
Well, but she slaps it, but like the eminent domain of the guitar is very out of key with the rest of the song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good. And they're just like singing about God and like how much they like him. And
like everything's in F sharp, but because the guitar is an E standard, she's hitting it and it's just hitting E over F sharp, and it sounds super weird the whole time.
Sure. Yeah, it's that. That's what it is to me. Mm-hmm. What speaking of which, what Goth Night faux pas is this album?
This is, you know what? This is a pretty simple one. This is just not tipping the volunteer wait staff at the goth bar.
You
tipping them like 15%, and I'm like, listen, they're volunteers. So the drinks are super cheap. You gotta tip 25%, or you're a fucking dumbass. It's the goth club. It's the goth club, baby.
I was gonna say like just farting a lot.
Either farting a lot or like requesting like Marilyn Manson to the DJ. Like someone who is like goth, not even goth, and also like
Marilyn Manson is goth adjacent.
He's
like,
goth adjacent, but
definitely.
But however, he's not actually goth rock, and he's been canceled by goths.
Yes.
Goths are great at keeping people canceled, as they should.
That is true. The majority of the goth subculture is highly educated and also extremely leftist.
Yeah, I mean, there's really honestly two types of goth: those who listen to Combi Christ and those who think they're Nazis. And that's like, those who think they're Nazis are like 80% of goths. Combi Christ, Nazis.
Hate to see it.
You really do. You really do. That was it. That was these 3 pikes. We did it.
We did it.
I did it. You think I've gone too far? I did it. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
That's the Dave Matthews Band song.
These
they wrote that before they dumped 800 pounds of shit on some tourists in Chicago in 2003.
Yeah, 2004.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
I thought last year was the 18th anniversary.
2004.
Was it 7? Okay. Still, beautiful moment.
You'd love to see it. And one of the greatest moments of society.
Do you think I've gone too far?
I've worked with a lot of people that are like obsessed with Dave Matthews in a way that is like distressing.
That's very distressing.
Yeah. Like he does a thing out at the Gorge where he does like...
My parents have gone to that one year.
It's like a 3-day thing.
Yep, they went to all 3 days.
Why would you do that to yourself? Okay. I don't get it. It's not for me.
Nope, definitely not for me.
Yeah, I imagine doing a bunch of whippets at the fucking Dave Matthews camp out. Like, what are you doing with your life if you're just like doing whippets and like jerking off, right? And you're like looking at the stars.
That's fish fans that jerk off at the concert.
That was the most amazing. Like
Dave Matthews Band fans are mostly, I think, like families now. Like
doctors.
They're the type of guys who
they're doctors and they have access to nitrous, and then they fucking hit hella nitrous.
They're guys who do mushrooms like twice a year, but don't deserve to.
Sure. But also nitrous.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one thing that, like, nitrous is so fucking weird. I had no idea, like, how popular that shit was. And now I feel like I see that shit everywhere.
It's always been popular.
I know. It's just been something that's, like, flown under my radar until recently. And so I've been seeing it everywhere.
A lot of times, like, you'll notice, especially at festivals and stuff, you'll notice just balloons.
Yeah. Oh, well,
all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all nitrous.
Yep.
No one brings a fucking balloon to a concert. Like, it's all nitrous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
These 3 pikes, see how they come.
I don't think they do. These pikes don't come.
They don't come. They've got a weak prostate.
They don't fuck. And they certainly don't come. Britt, would you like to go on a journey with me?
As long as we're not going back into these fucking pikes.
No.
Where are we going?
Bucket void.
Statements from the
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, we're here. We're here. We're here at the part of the show where we just desperately scrounge for material because there's nothing. So this is the first week in which absolutely none of our Bucket Void comes from the Pikes we listened to this week. There was literally nothing for those. There's nothing of any value.
Nothing came from the Pikes this week, and also I don't think either of the hosts came from the Pikes.
No, definitely not. I was unable to finish. I was unable to reach climax while listening to the Pikes this week. It was impossible.
I was like Russia in World War II and unable to finish.
Wow. Bucket jokes are leaking.
No, that's a history joke. You're welcome.
All right.
Too good for bucket jokes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair. I would say sure to that. So where did I get Bucket Void stuff then? So I went and I looked at some other Buckethead videos on YouTube. So the first one that I found was just like a video of a concert that he played. It was like a full concert in 2016. There's some comments on there that I thought were pretty funny.
Was this the one where he performed with Big D? Because that was the last time I think he performed with her.
I don't know. I didn't watch the concert. I just looked at the comments.
God damn it, Spencer.
Okay.
You always got to watch the show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyways, kick things off. Guitar Flash Custom 2.0 Songs 7 years ago says Buckethead is better than Slash. And somebody responded, because apparently that's a hot take, and said, the Flamin' Skull 500 said 3 years ago simply, fuck
period.
You.
Fuck period, you period.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty heavy statement.
Yeah, that's a bold fucking claim. Bold fucking statement to be like, fuck you. Also his profile picture is Slash.
I was going to say,
his profile picture is Slash.
Yeah.
My God.
But obviously Slash from
incredible.
the early 90s because it's shirtless Slash when he was not ashamed of his breasts.
Oh, yes. Slash be packing these days.
Packing them titties.
Yeah, them
Packing
hogs. Them hogs.
Yeah, he's got them big old mommy milkers.
Big old bazongas.
Big old biddies, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, SHM says 2 years ago, I'm a 59-year-old musician. Takes a lot to impress me. I'm impressed. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, neat. Thanks, old man.
Glue Sniffers says 3 years ago, Jimmy Page? Not even in the same page as Hendrix.
Isn't that because Jimmy Page, the page he's on is the sex offender registry?
Exactly. Alley-oop right there, just perfect. Just whoop.
Yep.
Nothing but net.
But honestly, Jimmy Page is not nearly as good as Hendrix ever was.
Totally.
Hendrix was a revolutionary guitarist. Jimmy Page was fine. He's a decent guitarist. He's a little sloppy.
Yeah.
He would have definitely been better in a band that wasn't just 3-piece for music. And yeah, if he had a backup rhythm guitarist, he would have shined, I think, a lot more.
Sure. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of his playing. I know his playing is very influential.
Yeah, absolutely.
To a lot of people. I've never really been into Limp. I almost called them Limp Bizkit, but no, Led Zeppelin. Sorry,
Limp Zeppelin.
Limp Zeppelin. Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Zed Biscuit.
Yeah, Limp Zeppelin. Yeah, never quite been into them that much. They're fine. I think Kashmir is a good song.
Yeah, they have some good songs.
Kashmir has a really cool riff.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
you know,
and the use
cool.
of the bow on the guitar is really cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
I mean, they have some definitely good ideas. They were very influential in rock. I respect their influence. However, I don't like most of their songs. Some of their lyrics are cool. They do some cool, and also their influence is undeniable.
Yeah.
Without them, we wouldn't have heavy metal.
Or Greta Van Fleet.
So maybe fuck Led Zeppelin. You're right.
Yeah. Limp Zeppelin.
But especially fuck Jimmy Page. Dude's a fucking pedophile. Fuck him.
Yeah. Well, somebody responded. Somebody responded to Glue Sniffers here, and then just said simply, Aaron Carver just said simply, 3 years ago edited Look up Dimebag Darrell and Chuck Schuldiner.
I mean, and then what?
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
were both really good guitarists, but kind of on a different page.
Yeah, and they're just metal dudes, and like that's chill, and they're really good.
But also, like,
I don't get the argument about like people like arguing about what guitar player is better or whatever. It's like, dude, none of that matters.
This dude is technically more proficient, like 30 years in the future. Like, yeah, that's because like guitar changes and like.
Yeah, dude.
People get better, like techniques develop. Like any guitarist in the early 1900s would be fucking blown away if you showed them like, nubbing or sweep picking shit like that. They'd be like, "Well, you're a fucking guitar wizard. That doesn't make any sense." But it's kind of like par for the course for a lot of genres these days.
Totally.
And
like also, it's wild to me when people will like compare like Jimi Hendrix to like modern people, because I'm like, yo, dude, like. That was like, Jimi Hendrix was popular in like the mid to late 60s. Mm-hmm. Bro, like the electric guitar was invented in the 50s.
Yeah.
Like, electric guitar has now been around so many more magnitudes longer than Jimi Hendrix was even alive that like, it's a totally different ballgame now. Like, how can you that's not even fair.
So here's something crazy. The period of time between the electric guitar being invented and Jimi Hendrix dying is less than the period of time between Dimebag Darrell dying and now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We're old as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Think about that.
The metal world's 9/11.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, like, it was 9/11 for racists.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's like... I want that to be the name of the episode, but I really don't. That's terrible.
It's okay. I'll take the criticism.
YouTube user Pancakes99 says 2 years ago, edited. We must preserve his DNA for the future of mankind. I almost put this in cum corner, but because it does sound like he wants to suck his fucking dick. He wants to suck that bucket dick for sure.
Also, in response to Pancakes 99, easy to make 99, tastes great 99, maple syrup 99,
baby. There you go. Well, there were some responses to this, and one of those responses in particular I thought was pretty amazing.
Imagine like asking Buckethead to like go to the sperm bank and donate.
he's like I do every week. Yeah, right. Why do you think I don't smoke weed? Yeah. Who knows? I'm
not a patient. I just drop it off for them. In the fucking the triangle cups.
So nice. So in response to preserving his DNA, YouTube user Tristan Taylor responds 1 year ago, COVID-19 vaccine is in his blood. Just listen to music to get results. Every time you go outside, just repeat treatment.
This is the most wild anti-vax theory I have seen
I know,
ever.
Truly.
It's like, it's beyond the... I'm not going to get the vax. I just want to get herd immunity, so I'm inoculated. It's so far beyond that.
It's literally...
just listen to Buckethead every time you go outside, and you don't need the vaccine.
No.
Which is really, like, beyond the pale of what the fuck are you talking about?
Truly.
Really.
It's really something. I'm glad I got to showcase it today.
Tristan Taylor, do you think that's Tristan the Toolman Taylor?
Obviously.
Okay.
Obviously.
Tristan Taylor Thomas, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps. Jeff straight up says 5 years ago, I think my bowels just released on their own. OMG, that performance was the shit. In this case, literally, he shit himself.
I mean, hopefully your bowels do release on their own. Like, that's kind of how pooping works. Jeff straight up. Yeah, he's got a beard.
Yeah, he's got a beard.
Yeah, he looks like if Isan was on unemployment.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's all I got for YouTube. We're going to go into some other stuff here, and this is just going to be like random statements that I grabbed from places. I think all of these are from Instagram, except for one at the end here. So we'll start with former guest Brad, secret undisclosed guest.
Brad.
Who said something I think we can all relate to. I have once again become a victim of my own hubris. It will happen again.
Thanks, Brad.
Such is life. Namaste. Some random message request guy sent me a message that said, quote, "You're the Reuben guy, right?" And then a picture of what looks like a restaurant offering a Reuben egg roll. I have no idea what he's talking about. This was his only message to me.
Did you ask what?
No.
So how... Well,
I'm so confused.
I have ask him what he's... Figure out what the Reuben guy is. We need to figure out who the Reuben guy is and have him on this program.
I am curious about who the Reuben guy is. Like is
Reuben Studdard from American Idol?
It could be. We don't know. I have no idea who the Reuben guy is. If you know who the Reuben guy is, we have a hotline for that. It's 425-310-2416.
Yep.
You can call us and tell us all about who the Reuben guy is.
Please,
it would be great.
Enlighten us.
We'd love to see it. Anyway, speaking of statements from the Instagram void, last night I had a dream where I went to Chuck E. Cheese and you were the server. You were really grateful I came in because y'all weren't making much money that day, but I had actually snuck in and wasn't paying for my food, so I felt pretty bad about it. Brains are weird.
Yeah, Brian Mentia is pretty weird.
Yeah, I feel that.
Brain. Sure. Yeah.
Such is life, you know.
If you worked at Chuck E. Cheese's, what would you do there?
I'd be a pizza cook for sure.
Yeah,
I would make pizza. Yeah, definitely.
I'd be the person who stamps the children with like the same number as this parent when they come in, so children don't get kidnapped. But nice. I'd give all the parents different numbers for their kids just to fuck with them and be like, "Wait, are you trying to kidnap this child?"
Of course you would. Yeah.
My kid, and I'd be like, "I don't think it is, buddy."
Yeah,
that'd be really funny. That'd be a fun mix-up.
Yeah, that would be fun. That'd be good. Yeah. You get people stealing kids, and then you'd be like, "Well, the numbers they match, so." Can't do anything here.
As a joke, give them all like 420 as their number.
420, 69.
Get high, take any kid, baby.
Hell yeah.
They're all yours.
Hell yeah. So, got another message here. These are just Instagram void comments, these random messages that are sent to me. Somebody says, ex-coworker at the record store was obsessed with Ween, and he took poops that managed to make the entire back half of the store uninhabitable. Impressive considering the size of the store.
That tracks.
Yeah, it does track. Like, stinky guys, Ween guys, they're the same guys.
Here's the thing. Anyone who is a fan of Ween does not have what anyone would consider a good diet.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody that I know who's like, oh yeah, Ween, is like kind of weird and smelly a little bit.
Yeah, the type of people who listen to Ween are the type of people who will like make Hot Pockets and put extra cheese in them.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, I'm not wrong. I've thought about this.
Totally.
They're weird people. Like the people who fucking listen to Ween only maybe take 3 poops a week, and they are devastating. Not only to their body and their sphincters, but also to anyone who has to behold that smell.
That's true.
It's a
that
type.
Is true.
It's a type.
It is a type. It is a type.
That's actually, the boognish is actually the name for a poop that like destroys a workplace.
Yeah, that's true. That's what that's called. It's a Urban Dictionary. Look it up.
Yeah.
We gotta add that definition, by the way.
We do.
That should be merch that we sell.
It's like it just shows a toilet with a huge like fucking brown snake, and it just says boognish.
And then the definition of what it's like: a poop that is so rank and gnarly that the party has to be cleared out.
Party. Ween folk aren't invited to party.
That's true.
Ween folk.
Ween folk. So that person that sent me a message a while back about the secret fleshlight we talked about, they sent me another story that's also pretty good and also poop related.
Love to hear that.
So we're gonna share that story as well. I'm pretty excited about it. So here we go. It was the summer of 2002. I remember that because it was the summer that Mountain Dew Code Red came out. Mm-hmm. Me and my friends didn't have much money for fun. Didn't have much money. So for fun, we'd drive 10 minutes out of town to this abandoned drive-in theater that was recently condemned. We'd hop the fence and go get stoned/drunk on the abandoned playground, sometimes staying for hours. We did this most nights for a good week or two until one of my roommates awkwardly asked if any of us were also experiencing bright, fluorescent green, painful diarrhea. It was then that we realized that we all had it. Turns out the drive-in was condemned because it had previously been a toxic waste burial site for the nearby pulp mill, and the city had shut it down because of high levels of radiation. So we all started thinking that we had radiation sickness and that we needed to seek medical attention. We collectively decided to discontinue going there and to wait and see if the symptoms went away. And over time, they did. A month or so later, my roommate came out of the bathroom and announced, "I solved it! It wasn't the drive-in that was causing our shits! It was the Mountain Dew!" We'd been getting refillable cups from 7-Eleven full of Mountain Dew Code Red because it was only 95 cents to fill them. Turns out, the red dye they were using to color it was causing us to shit bright green. I still can't bring myself to drink the stuff.
Interesting.
Amazing.
How does red dye make one's bowel movement green?
I don't know, but I have had experiences like that. Certain dyes will come out a different color.
So recently, I mean, this whole week I've been having weird green poops because I've been drinking a lot of like the light blue Powerade sugar free, and that definitely makes everything green. But I understand that because that's like. You can combine blue with other things and it makes it green. Combining red with anything else, that doesn't make any sense to me. How's it green? That's nuts.
I don't know.
Unless they were doing a real Baja Blast up in that.
I don't know.
I could see getting Baja blasted.
Yeah. Well, they got blasted.
Yeah.
Great story. Thanks for sharing.
Love that.
Love to see it. So, two things left. One of them is a statement from the Britain Void, and the other one, I am hesitant to bring this in, but I'm just going to share it real quick because I think it's funny. This is a statement from the Reddit Void. I just screenshotted this because I thought it was funny, and this is just something I saw in the wild. There's an article on r/news titled, 190-year-old Jonathan becomes world's oldest tortoise ever. And the top voted comment from u/massive cock lover 69 is, "He really just watched slavery happen and did nothing about it, huh? SMH."
Yeah. I mean,
pretty good.
Well, let's be fair. If he was British, like he was born, he was only like 2 or 3 years old when Britain outlawed slavery.
Yeah.
So
wow.
It's true. America was like 30 years behind, but he was definitely a fully grown adult in his 30s when they finally got rid of slavery in America. So maybe fuck you, Jonathan, you tortoise-ass racist bitch.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, but certainly least.
Yeah.
Statements from the Britain Void.
Are you actually gonna at some point like make it a little bit longer just to fuck with me? You could just pitch it down. That would make it longer.
Maybe we'll see.
Like you could
we'll see
do
what
that,
happens, Spencer. We'll see. We never know what the future holds.
Yeah, we don't. That's true. Speaking of what the future holds, on September 30th, 2019 at 9:01 p.m., you texted me and said, I was just thinking that I don't really know anybody who stands seminal 90s/2000s public pool rock band Sugar Ray, and I wanted to offer you that position in my life.
You know what? That's very generous of me.
It is.
I also really love the phrase public pool rock. Like that's
public pool rock band.
Public pool rock band. That is definitely a perfect way to describe Sugar Ray.
I would agree.
Except for their first album, which is metal.
Almost.
Metal as hell.
All right.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, very much so. It's like Slayer, Sugar Ray's first album, Morbid Angel.
I don't know about that, but all right. Public pool metal, then.
Yeah, something like that. Bucket Boy. Hey, Spenser, what the hell do you have to recommend to me this week?
Fuck. I fucked that up, didn't I? Oh, that's okay.
Whatever.
That's a great question. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because let's just do that again.
Hey, Spenser, what do you have to recommend to me this week?
I have... What I'm going to recommend to you is that is a compliment you gave me the last time you came to my house.
Okay.
You were like, yo, your house smells better than I've ever smelled it. And I was like, thanks. And the reason for that, Britt, let me tell you, the reason for that, candles.
Yeah.
I started buying candles from a place called Grocery Outlet. They offer discount groceries, but they also offer discount candles.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Candles make your house smell fucking nice. And that's my recommendation is just buy some cheap candles, burn them all the time. Your house will smell so much better.
Hell yeah, I love that.
It fucking rocks. It's a pretty chill recommendation, but that's what I got this week. What you got, Britt?
I'm going to recommend an album to you, and several albums to you, that we'll be listening to next week on our special episode.
Okay.
The big one I'm recommending to you is Power Paladins with the Magic of Wyndfire Steel from 2022, released just a couple weeks ago. Amazing modern power metal album, super catchy, super fun. Can't recommend it enough. We'll talk about it some more next week.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've recommended you mine as well.
You have.
Just so you know, listener, what it is we're talking about. We're gonna start doing a monthly modern music catch up where we each share 3 albums that we've been listening to that are recent.
Yeah.
I think there are guidelines on that are loose, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
I would say like within the last 3 months or so.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months, something like that.
The episode,
yeah, totally. So we're just talking about recent music that we think is cool that we want to talk about and share with each other and see what it's like. So we'll be doing that as a bonus episode on our Patreon.
Yeah, we got
to check that out.
Ton of great feedback on our Album of the Year casts, and so we've decided to kind of do little microcosms of that every single month.
Hell yeah. So look forward to it for like the last episode of the month. Will typically be accompanied with one of those, is my guess.
Fucking deep.
So it's going to be pretty tight. Do check it out when we do that.
Please do.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Hot Shots Part 2.
I think that means it's time for my favorite part of the show.
It is time for the bucket jokes.
Bucket joke. Bucket joke. Bucket joke. Bucket joke.
I'm going to tell some jokes.
Please tell me the jokes, Britt. I need the jokes. Give them to me.
What is mostly metal, but has a little bit of brass, and is strictly created for guys who don't shave their balls?
Dimmu Borgir.
Isan's solo music.
Oh, nice. Nice.
What journey takes at least 24 hours, costs at least $40, and when you're done, you're exactly back where you started?
I don't know.
Reviewing the Days Til Halloween Pikes series.
Oh, God. Yeah. My sanity.
Yeah. I donated some blood the other day. The Salvation Army Santa did not know what to do.
Yeah. Give him blood.
Speaking of thrift stores, did you hear about the deranged janitor who shot up a thrift store the other day? He was Goodwill hunting.
Yikes. Yikes.
Where can you donate used prosthetics?
I don't know.
To the secondhand store.
That'd be a great name for a used prosthetics store.
Right? Yeah.
Right?
What is the difference between 311 and 911?
Oh, I don't know.
It's 600. Are you that bad at math? Seriously, it's really easy, dude. I tried Viagra for this first time the other day, but I couldn't come while using it. It got really hard, but I couldn't finish. So I looked at the instructions, and they didn't say anything. So instead, I referenced the troubleshooting page.
I love the idea of like tech support for Viagra. Yeah. Like you get a call from like an old man and it's like, I can't come. And you're like, all right, have you tried touching your penis?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, I haven't tried that. How do I do that?
Usually works. Touch your penis.
Why don't you be the old man? I'll be the tech support guy.
Hey.
Hi, how can I help you today?
I ate the pills and I can't come.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your penis erect?
I can't come to the phone right now. But leave a message and I'll get back to you, Pete.
Perfect.
But seriously, I was actually addicted to Viagra for a while.
Cool.
I tried quitting cold turkey, but I couldn't, so I had to like slowly taper off of it. The first couple weeks were the hardest.
Pretty good.
How is Enron like the band that wrote Feel Like Making Love?
I don't know.
Bad company.
That's a beautiful joke. That's a really good one.
How is Spenser's Foreplay like the band that wrote Day After Day?
Oh, no.
Bad finger.
Nice.
So my buddy got a Tesla and was checking out the autopilot feature. We got into an accident because cars have drivers, not pilots.
That's fuck you.
I really didn't get along with my in-laws until I found out that is not another name for your parole officer.
Wow.
Kid Rock is a false advertisement. He clearly makes rock for adults.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll close out on this one. I set up a support group for asexuals, but nobody came.
Wow.
Oh, wow, we did it.
Wow, we did it. We're here at the end of the show.
We did the dig dang dong.
Did the dig dang dong.
Did the ding dong dig dang.
The diggity dingity dong.
Where can I find you on the internet, Spenser?
Spenser.zone.
Where can I find you physically?
Spenser.zone.
Where do you sleep?
On the internet.
Spenser.zone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Britt, what about you?
You can find me at Dog Vorbis most places, or hit us up on our socials at a Bucketcast. And you know what? Huge shout out to our motherfuckers supporting us on Patreon.
Hell yeah.
In the $5 tier, we got Ian Killia, Dylan Lance, and Dan motherfucking Morrison.
My
Thank you so much. You make this podcast happen. If you want to support us and listen to all of our bonus content and access our video archive and hear our songs that we put up for you and shit.
Hell yeah.
Check out patreon.com/abucketcast for as little as $2 a month, which comes out to less than 50 cents a week, except in February.
That. What a fucking deal.
It's exactly 50, except on a leap year. You know what? Not all Februaries.
Not all Februaries.
Not all Februaries. Hashtag not all Februaries, baby.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So for the very most 50 cents a month, you get at least like 3, 4 hours, 5 hours of bonus content every fucking month.
It's pretty tight. It's such a good deal.
Yeah, like
you're scamming us.
Like exactly. Like how often do you watch 50 cents worth of content on Netflix for 50 cents?
Netflix is almost $20 a month.
I know, right? You'd have to watch like 100 hours of fucking TV a month.
Actually, I think it is $20 a month.
Yeah, you'd have to like watch TV for like 100 hours a month just on Netflix in order to get the same deal on content you get with us.
I know, what a deal. What a value.
And you know what? We're not capitalists.
No.
Like Netflix. No, we spend money on our own bills, and that's it because we're poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Unlike Netflix.
Netflix is not poor.
We don't like the color red like Netflix does.
No.
We like black. Black is cooler. Support black.
Uh-huh.
This is a black-owned... No, it's not.
It is not, no.
This is a black-wearing business. Thank you very much.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Hell yeah. Anyways, this has been Spenser.
Anyways, this has been Britain.
You've been listening to Gettin' Head, a Bucketcast.
Stay greasy, bucket heads.
Namaste.